But let's shift focus to the diagnostic space, and Goel, Group CFO and CEO International Business, and Shankha Banerjee, CEO at Dr Lal Path Labs, are now joining us. Thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us here on ET Now, gentlemen. But the first question has to be on the new launch. Sovaaka has now been launched as a premium diagnostics-led wellness initiative. Could you outline the strategic intent behind this, and how do you see it scale up over the next few years, the expected margin profile versus your core diagnostics business that you are into?
So Sovaaka is a new launch from the house of Dr. Lal Path Labs, and it is our foray into the preventive wellness space. So which is different from the core diagnostic driven business that is the core of what Lal Path Labs does. So this is our first center which we have started in Gurgaon, and it is a very personalized doctor curated packages that are being done here. And the idea here is to really look at identifying risks early on for individuals which may not be yet visible, but at a stage where one can do something about it. And we focus on the kind of areas which can be potentially life-threatening or life-altering kind of profiles of diseases, and try and catch them as early as possible. So after this first launch, I think we are going to see how this progresses and then decide on the scale up. As of now, right now we haven't really worked out the full scale up plan.
All right. So once again, many congratulations on Sovaaka. But some of your other offerings like Swasthfit, that has also been doing very well, ramping up very nicely. Just wanted to get your view. Now, last quarter, Swasthfit contributed to about 26% of revenues, right? So are you seeing a similar trajectory, growth trajectory for Sovaaka as well?
So Sovaaka, this is quite, a nascent start right now. Swasthfit for us is a blood test only driven package, which is widely accessible across the country. This is a in-depth analysis, which is blood as well as other diagnostic modalities like CT, MRI, BMD scans, ultrasound, those kind of tests which are in person, and it's a much more in-depth analysis. So this is physical requirement of the person to be there in the center. So these are completely different kind of models, and we will see how that emerges over a period of time. But this is going to be maybe more metro and large tier one city driven model, whereas Swasthfit is all India, and it goes across our whole network, including the 6,000 plus collection center network that we have, whereas this will be limited in terms of the number of centers that we will use, and obviously as of now we have only one center.
All right, and with growth increasingly driven by preventive wellness, certain drugs and Swasthfit, what is your outlook on company's margin profile over the next few years, and which segments or geographies are likely to aid margin expansion for the company going forward?
So preventive care, we have obviously started from Gurgaon, our first center. I think the first focus is going to be primarily urban and metro. Like I said, a lot of the lifestyle diseases, the way the eating patterns are, the sleep patterns are, pollution levels, stress levels, etc. I think maybe more pronounced in a certain segment, and we are therefore starting from urban. But over a period of time, I think this can obviously go into deeper penetration into smaller towns as well. But that's a whole lot futuristic. I think first would be to try and cover the metro tier one urban populations with this offering. Whereas, like I said, Swasthfit is a much more widely distributed and accessed blood driven testing profiles. which will obviously continue to be available across the country.
All right, so that's about demand for Sovaaka, what you're penciling in. But, about your overall business, given you have a guidance of 10 to 12% revenue growth and 27 to 28% EBITDA margins for FY26, just take us through what are going to be some of the key levers that will allow you to deliver this. Any possibility of any price hikes in the coming future?
So this initiative is not really driven to impact our immediate term revenue profitability. Like I think Ved mentioned, and I'm trying to say that this is a new concept that we want to introduce from the house of Dr. Lal Path Labs. It's a step in the direction of saying how can we impact lives of people in a very positive fashion. And it is our step into the preventive wellness side of testing. I think the levers that we have to do our day-to-day business continue to be the same, where we are now reaching more geographies, we are providing more access, adding collection network, our ability to kind of really grow the Swasthfit portfolio, and the newer tests that we are introducing. I think though, and the specialists' recommendations that we keep building and the relationship we build with our clinician community, I think those drivers obviously remain in place and they continue. So for our day-to-day business, those things will continue.
Okay, so that's the outlook on the company going forward. Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us here on ET Now and helping us decode what Sovaaka means for the company and what the expansion roadmap is going forward for this. Thanks so much for joining us today. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of Midcap Masala. Thanks so much for tuning in. More news and updates will continue on the other side.